So, what happened to the music industry that made concert tickets so expensive? Hello, Internet. Thank you for joining me on my floor here today. Hope you like the more casual setup. This isn't permanent. I just didn't want to move my chair. Concert ticket prices are a kind of a big and unavoidable topic right now. Even if you're not a big live music concert goer, you see it online, you hear it from your friends. I know personally, I try not to spend too much on concert tickets. I get the nosebleed seats, I do what I must. As a humble college student, I do have My Chemical Romance tickets for their upcoming Black Parade tour, and I'm not going to share with you how much I spent on that, but I'm going to one show with one other person, and we're sitting up in the nosebleeds, and I still spent kind of a crazy amount of money. Pretty much everything I'm going to reference today is from the Music Business Handbook and Career Guide, the 13th edition, by David Baskerville, Tim Baskerville, and Serona Elton. I purchased this for a class that I took, but I am nothing if not a sharer of information. I'm going to give you guys the information that I paid for so you don't have to pay for it. You can just know. Because why are we keeping things a secret? If you want to buy that book, it's got a lot of great information and like more details and examples. But I'm just going to tell you the basics of it, the basics of the evolution of the music industry and the digital world, so that you don't have to pay for it. So we're going to start at the beginning of the digital age. As the digital age is emerging in the early 2000s, we came across MP3 files with relatively decent quality and peer-to-peer or P2P sharing online. Some websites you might have heard about that this became a really popular way of sharing music on are Napster and LimeWire, and it is quite literally, it is illegal sharing. This basically destroyed the entire market of legitimate recordings. People can just download it on their phone from their friend off of an illegal website, and they're not really illegal yet because it's 2000 and this is a new thing. It's technically a good thing if you look at it in the sense that people are getting to share music easier. Throughout the decade of 2000 to 2010, global recorded music sales dropped by nearly half of what they were. So, 2003, iTunes arrives. They begin as the first streaming platform with a way to truly legitimize and monetize music file downloading, and they offer consumers a way to buy only the tracks that they want if they don't want to buy the entire album. Because previously, if you're purchasing physical media that is music, you're purchasing a record, a cassette, a CD, it's all physical, you have to buy the entire album. Let's talk a little bit more now about the digital threat that is streaming. So as I said, iTunes opened up streaming. They initially worked with record labels so that the record labels could receive a fixed amount from each sale on the platform, which was approximately 2/3 of the 99-cent single track downloads. iTunes initially had an agreement with the major record labels in the industry in which the labels could receive a fixed amount from each sale, which was approximately 2/3 of a 99-cent single track download. But you're wondering, how do they stop pirating? Why are people actually switching to a platform where they have to pay for their music when they could keep using LimeWire and Napster to get their music for free? I mean, first of all, LimeWire and Napster start getting taken down, they start getting attacked, laws start to pass regarding pirating of music. Then in 2008, Apple and the labels reformulate their agreement, which now allows for variable pricing of 69 cents, 99 cents, or $1.29 per track at the label's discretion. So, if you're me in 2015, trying to download a couple My Chemical Romance songs on my iPod Touch, some are a little bit more expensive, and that is all completely decided by the record labels. But they have to stay within that constraint of 69 cents, 99 cents, or $1.29. The problem here with streaming comes in that it is detrimental to conventional record labels because they had built most of their revenue on the sales of albums to consumers who often bought an album just to access a couple tracks. You only really want a few songs, you have to buy the entire album. That's just the only choice you had. This means that touring used to be mainly a passion and a method of promotion, so tickets didn't need to be very expensive because that's not where the artist or record label's main income is coming from. So album sales, as consumers have these choices, start steadily declining, which means overall lower revenues to record companies, which obviously also means artists, music publishers, and songwriters who all depend on the income that's generated by these album cuts. Artists make little to no money now from their physical products, and most people listen to music with streaming services, which I think we all know by now don't pay artists well. So the changes and the adaptations have been slowly happening over the last 15 years as record labels, artists, publishers, and songwriters have to figure out how they're gonna make a livable income when they're not getting sales from entire albums. I can link some more information down below about really how payments to artists and record labels works through streaming services like iTunes and Spotify. We watched a couple of videos in my class that I'm sure I could find. So now we're in the year 2025. Concert tickets are really expensive. You want to know why? If I'm an artist, my album sales are no longer my main form of income. So we flipped it over. Now touring is my main source of income. Tickets need to be expensive, not just to pay the venue and the workers and to match the production value of the show, but to give the artists their due income. I also have a feeling this is a big reason why production value has gone up in live shows. It's not just because it's a passion and because it's fun and awesome and cool, it's also because we need it. Artists need to have something interesting, have something unique that draws people in and will encourage them to pay hundreds of dollars for tickets so that they can get their due income. We're still adapting, and the music industry is just going to keep changing, hopefully for the better, but we don't really know. We can't really predict anything anymore. I hope this made sense to you guys. I'm happy to link things down below. I'm happy to answer questions. I enjoy my free resources through my university, and I can do some research. I enjoy it. Let me know in the comments what concerts you've seen recently. Do you think that the prices you've been paying for live music is worth it? Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a like if you did. Hit that notification bell if you haven't already so you can get an update every single time I post something. Take care. I will talk to you guys soon.